Hello, Jai Baba. So today we have a very sweet dish that's very common. That's culture during this season of Diwali. Diwali is the festival of lights and crackers and everything that has a huge blast. So people gather together, the family gathers together, they make tons and tons of sweets. So this is one of the sweet dish. This is it's semolina, sweet semolina laddu. It's called Ravaa Laddu,
All
and
right.
yeah, it's really very simple to make, and it's you know it's loved by everyone.
Well,
Yes. So
rava was Baba's favorite dessert.
yes,
Did you
yes,
know that? Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. So we have Ravaa Laddus here. So I'll show you the ingredients. I have few dry fruits. You can include all of them, but I am using two of them. I have cashew nuts an option. I have almonds and dried grapes. And the key ingredient in this is powdered sugar. It's not caster sugar, it's powdered sugar, because caster sugar is comparatively less sweet than this. And also you can replace it with jaggery, or you can also replace it with brown sugar, but we used plain white sugar. Then we have semolina. You can use any of it, any size, the big ones or the small ones. I'll show you the grains. This is the medium ones. This is not the big one or the small one. It's called suji here in India. Suji and rava are two different categories of semolina here.
How do you spell soup?
So suji,
Soup.
Sooji, suji. And ta-da, I'm using this cleared butter. This is golden clear butter. This is cow clear butter. So I'll add around 100 ml of it. And I let it heat. I have this wooden spatula here with me. I have cold milk. This is the binding ingredient in this dish. So the milk is in room temperature. It's not very cold. So we'll just roast these semolina very nicely, very, you know, gently, because we don't want it to burn, and we also don't want it to stay raw, uncooked.
How
About
much,
how much?
much
How much
semolina?
semolina?
This suji is 500 grams. That is half a kg, and I have used 100 grams of clear butter for this. And we definitely don't want to use salted butter in this. But yes, you can definitely add just 2 pinches of salt, because salt enhances the sweetness. Just normal sodium salt.
Surekha, do you keep your ghee at room temperature or do you store it in the refrigerator?
It's in room temperature. It stays in room temperature. So this will take time. We have to be patient with the semolina to get nicely roasted. So I am taking whole of my time today to do it, because sweet dishes are not so in which I can keep things pre-arranged, as I generally do most of the things already. I keep it arranged, well cooked or semi-cooked. So this is what we have to do today. It might be time consuming a little bit, but yes, it's worth it. So yeah, this is 500 grams of semolina, and I will use against it 350 to 400 grams of powdered sugar. In this sugar, while making this sugar, I have made this sugar powder at home using a medium-sized blender. So while blending it, I have used around 7 to 8 cardamoms, green cardamoms, and I have grinded it along with the sugar.
So you made your own powdered sugar.
Yes, this is homemade sugar powder. You can make it as well. And cardamom, including cardamom is an optional. You can either include it if you like it, or you can leave it. You can ignore the ingredient. Many people, actually, the sweet dish here in India is like, they definitely have cardamom in it, whether it is Ravaa Laddu. This is also called Rava or Suji. You can, first you can write it as R-A-W-A, Rava. Rava and Suji are the, substitute names of the same semolina. So we'll have to roast the semolina to golden brown, because we are not going to cook it further. It will be cooked along with the room temperature milk after it's binded together, after it's been held and binded. So now the color is changing. It's beautiful. It smells beautiful.
So you have it on medium heat?
Yes, it's medium heat, but today I'm doing it with high flame. Those who are very, handy with, doing or cooking, they can roast it in high flame. And those who, are just beginners, they will definitely want to try it in medium or low flame. We don't want to burn it. We want it to be nice and pre-cooked. Sorry, well cooked. And we have to constantly stir it. This is the only hectic task in this, because these are fine granules. These catch up the pan very fast, and it gets darker and darker. So we don't want to make it black. We want to keep it golden brown. You can also include color to this, but I don't usually add color, external food color. But if you have saffron, you can include saffron water in the milk itself, or you can just drop in 4 to 5 saffron petals in milk. The milk will automatically absorb the color.
That sounds like a beautiful addition.
Yes, that's not what generally everyone does, but I have tried it doing once, and it gives a beautiful faint yellow color, and yellow to orange, like sunset color. Yes, we keep on stirring it. We have to roast it light brown. And
I just want to say this is so much better than Food
Network. So much better than?
I like this so much better than watching Food Network. Oh my goodness, what a joy it is to find this morning.
True. So on the other hand, I have, made the almonds into half. Like I have split them from between. It's half an almond. Just for beautifying the laddus, I'll stick this while binding it with my hands. So this is ready. Just 5 more minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, we have to stir it. And as this is the festival with all the whole of the family to come together, to eat together, sleep together, have blast, they, have many sweet dishes being made. It's gulab jamun, You might have, tasted it here in Hostel D's lunch or somewhere in India. It's available in all the restaurants as the sweet dish, Hostel D and MPR.
Dunked donuts in syrup. They
Yes,
are so good.
dumped donuts in syrup. Yes, and then they have, you know, it's called chakli here, but it's a spicy food. It's just like round and round and round, and it's a spiced food, spiced item. So that also we'll try once. We'll do here once.
What is it called?
It's called chakli.
Is it kind of
Chakli.
crunchy?
Yes, it's very crunchy as it's deep fried in oil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the color is starting to be very beautiful. It has started to turn into a beautiful color. We want it to be done for more 5 minutes. I'm not keeping any stopwatch here. It's just my guess that we are doing it for 5 minutes now. I have increased the flame so that we can speed up the procedure. So yes, this is the stage wherein it's ready 70%. The suji or the semolina is ready, and we will just have to complete 30% more. And after lowering it down from the flame from the gas, we'll add sugar to it, but we want to make sure that we just wave the sugar so that we don't have any clumsy knots,
Clumps, yeah.
clumps. Yeah, we want to avoid that, and we want it to spread it equally and fine. 2-3 minutes more. After this, you will have to sit for around half an hour and just bind it and let it cool it for half an hour under your room temperature, or if you have nice ceiling fans, you can just keep it below your ceiling fan and let it dry so that the milk is dried and the soft laddus are cooked with the milk, and it gets harder and harder but edible. You will not require a hammer for that, but yes.
These are the ladus they give as prasad at the samadhi, no? During like
many
birthday
times.
and all.
Yes, many times.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the sweet dish that my family here in Nagar and in Pune, they just love it because this is my way of doing. Many people do it differently. They add sugar while roasting, but as I have always said, the sequence of the dish changes the taste. So the taste which I have in my mind while making it is different from what other people make. So this is just my way of doing it. So this is good now. I'll add dried grapes in this because we want it for binding. You can cut it into half, or raisins. Raisins is the correct word. You get it. But yes, black raisins or the red ones, brown ones are also good.
Or golden.
Golden. So yes, this will give a good texture, a chewy texture between this powdered semolina. This will give a good texture, and it has its own tangy and sweet flavor.
So you added how much raisins?
It's on everyone's choice. I have just taken handful of raisins and I have cut it into half, few in half, few in full. So This is just well to go, and I can turn the flames off. Just a minute. The more it's roasted, the more it's good.
You don't roast the almonds with it?
No, the almonds will be fried in cleared ghee. So I have yes, it will be fried in cleared ghee, and I will strain out the ghee into this, and I'll keep the almonds separately. So after completing my, laddu, I'll just pick one and give them to press, gentle press, and it'll stick into the laddu.
Aha.
Surekha, you have not added milk yet, have you?
No, the milk is the binding ingredient. So just after cooling it down, so that you can hold the semolina in your hand, the cooked one in your hand, because it's too hot now. So just the moment you find it's good, that you can, hold it with your hands. You can add milk, just not very much, not very less. The whole glass of milk is enough for binding whole of half kg Ravaa Laddus.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit, just 1 spoon or 2 spoons at a time. So
is that like 2 cups of milk?
Yeah, I can say that. No, it's 1.5 cup of milk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 to 1.5 cup of milk, and the milk is so tempted. I am so tempted with the milk, because I'm very fond of milk. And I can have milk anytime during the day. When my mother used to say, like, come on, have your evening milk at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. I used to have 1 glass of milk. And then she used to say, just finish this milk and start up with your homework or your study or prepare for your exam. So at that time, I never used to, take sips of the milk. I used to drink milk with a spoon. And this I can say that I was in 8th grade or 9th grade that I used to do this, because I want to kill time and I don't want to study because all of my friends, they were playing and I was asked to study because my mother is a professor. So she always keeps in mind that, I should write, I should keep writing. So till 8th or 9th, I can say that I had tons of registers in which every question answer was written for at least 10 to 15 times.
Oh my.
So we have, not the multiple choice question answers, but we used to have the descriptive ones. So for science, for social studies, I used to write all the answers. Maybe it's 5 to 7 lines of answer or 10 lines of answer. I used to practice it for 10 to 15 minutes, 10 to 15 times.
So now you can reverse the psychology with your children and tell them they'll get their milk after they do their homework.
In our family, in whole of my family, like my paternal side, maternal side, or my in-law side, nobody likes milk after me. Like, they are like, yeah, we had enough milk during our childhood. We don't want to have more milk. And even my cousins, my maternal side cousins, they avoid milk. Like, they can have coffee or they can have tea, but just raw milk is good enough for me. Yes, so this is ready.
Surekha?
I have turned off the flame. Yes.
Are you roasting on a small flame or medium flame? Are you roasting?
It's just your choice. I've done it in combination. Like, I've started with high flame, then I went to medium, and later on in the after stages, I have done it in low flame. Because the pan gets hotter, the more flame you have to reduce, so that it's not too hot to.
It gets burned easily, no?
So that the grains are not burnt. Yes. Yeah. So for a startup, if you're trying this dish for the very first time, many people have a habit of roasting it before making upma that we have made in our very first dish, upma. So this is just a regular roasting of semolina.
Can you show us the color? I don't know if we can see, but
Yeah, because the lights are just in the front,
yeah.
so I'm not sure if I can show the
Right.
color. But yes, I can bend the camera and I can show it like this.
Oh, so it's a light. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Okay.
It's darker than what it is being visible in this
Mhm.
because
Okay.
there is tons of light here. It's all light, light, light.
And you say it's a medium grind, the semolina? I'm thinking of what we have.
It's medium size.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe like cream of wheat we have in the United States. I'm not sure. Uh, it's
Mm-hmm.
not. It's not as fine as flour, right? It's coarser than flour.
Yeah, if you have the big ones, then
Mm.
also it's fine. If you have the fine ones, then also it's fine.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
now
it is
what we have in
semolina.
yeah.
It is sold as semolina. I don't know
It
about
is?
cream of wheat. I think
Oh,
so.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I've purchased it as
oh,
semolina.
okay. At like a natural food store or? Hmm.
Yeah, most likely at a Whole Foods or something. Mhm. Indian stores,
I'll just
definitely.
please
Yeah.
clean up
Mhm.
this
Your kitchen is
and
so clean. You have a
yeah.
wonderful kitchen. Yeah, beautiful. That must be for us.
So yes, for roasting these almonds, I'm using again clear butter, and not salted butter. You can also use salted almonds for this because a sweet dish with just a pinch of salt enhances the sweetness. So I let this semolina to cool down and I am adding around 1/4 teaspoon of salt to it. Sorry,
Cooking.
it's just the clear butter
Yeah,
that's
it's a great
flipped.
dessert.
So it's just 1/4 teaspoon of salt and I am mixing it with this.
Use your coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So the clear butter is melted. I will add all of my almonds. These are the sample almonds that I'm using. I'll use more. So I have almost these many almonds more to use into this. And the same way you can add cashews. I generally don't eat cashews, so I always add almonds. You can add cashews. So I'm roasting it in medium flame. After these almonds are, slight golden in color, I'll strain this out. I'll remove it from this kadai, and I'll strain out in this bowl. Oh yes, I can see the semolina is, the temperature is fine. Gradually, I'm just weaving the sugar in this because, even if I grind it, there are the big ones, the whole ones in this, as I have done it at home. And every time I do it,
that seems
sorry?
like a lot of sugar. I suppose one could adjust the amount of sugar.
I said that this is 500 grams of semolina. So we'll want to add around, 350 to 400 grams of sugar. Because we don't want it to be less, sweet. Because the milk and the semolina absorb the sweetness very nicely. Or if you have the, what to say, measurement kit as a bowl, then if you're taking 1 bowl of semolina, then you will like to take a 3/4 bowl of the same. I have measured it with bowl and with the measuring packet because I have dropped in whole of a packet. I've measured in it in a cup. So it was 3 cups of semolina, in which I have powdered 2.5 cups of sugar. So for this, in the sugar I have added 7 to 8 cardamom. I'll turn this flame off. I'll remove the almonds as these are nice and golden brown now.
Doesn't take long.
Yeah, I've just dropped it and I left it and I've continued it. So you can see these are golden brown now.
Mm-hmm.
You can definitely taste this semolina because there are going to be tons of guests, tons of eating mouths whom we'll be feeding this. So we don't want them to feel it too sweet or too subtle. So I'm going to taste it. There is scope that I can add some more sugar. Yeah. So the salt is also well mixed and we have salty sweet flavor. I must say that I have added just 1/4 spoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You can also say it as 2 pinches. I'm dropping in the remaining cleared butter in this because I don't want to waste it. It has the almond flavors. And I'll mix it for the very last time and I'll keep it aside to be cooled. You will definitely want to play with this mixture with your hands. So in this, you can approximately make 40 to 50, 40, at least 40 laddus. It depends on the size. I make just a lemon size of laddu. So for me, I can make 40 laddus in this. Now I have running insects on me already.
Uh-oh.
And yes, so this looks white more because we have added sugar. That's why we want to roast it more. And after mixing sugar, we want to make sure that we don't, start roasting it again because the sugar will get crystallized and it will start melting. So we don't want that to happen. Otherwise, we'll have semolina candies in this. Yeah. So this is done. I will require Praveen's help to show you how I'll, hold the laddus and I'll make it in laddu form. So just step by step, I'm taking it in a plate because I want to mix milk to it.
Oh, you're going to mix the milk separately.
Now, yes, because for the amount of, for every 4 to 5 laddus, I'll require 3 to 4 spoons of milk, tablespoons of milk. So I've taken some. I'll ask Praveen to join me for this.
Is he off
I'm
goofing
just
off?
mixing the no, I'm just mixing the mixture so that this is
We can't
nice.
see.
Yeah, I'm just doing it. So
Mix it with your hands, the milk and the
yes,
semolina.
yes.
Hmm.
So this is the mixture. I'm just adding some milk, and I'll just I'm trying to
You want to keep it as dry as possible?
medium mix. Like
Mm.
it's not too. When you are holding it with your hand, you'll get to know that how
Mm.
much you have to add. So in this right now, there is more of the milk. You can see I have, added it to show you. If you add more milk, it will look like this. And we don't want to have it too whitish to show you. I can turn off the light.
Mm. Oh. Oh.
Yes, it's too wet here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Too wet.
So you
So
have to add
how is
more.
yes? So in this I'll add. It's too wet. In this I'm adding more of the dried ones. You can see the difference, the color difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
fun. How
yeah,
slow.
yeah. This is the perfect one in which it's dry and it's wet at the same time. You could see the difference of color. So now I'll start to hold it like this. Yeah. So I'm just adding the almond on the top. I have binded the laddu. So I'll just give it a press and I'll start pressing it from all the other sides. Just pushing it to place it.
Oh, so it's like a little decoration. It's going to show up.
Yes, it's a little decoration. You can also add the broken pieces or the small pieces of almond while roasting it, while roasting the semolina. So this is the laddu.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
The more it
You added
dries,
the
tomorrow
raisins?
more.
Have you
Sorry.
added the raisins?
Yes, they are in
Yes,
there.
I have added raisins in this semolina mixture itself.
Oh.
You must have joined late.
That's
Yeah, so this is the one that we make it. I'll show one another. So this mixture is ready. I can make more 4 to 5 laddus of the same size. So you can see these are the raisins that are visible.
Yeah. Michelle has a question. Go ahead, Michelle.
So you don't bake this? This gets baked after, or is this?
No, that's why we have roasted it. So the more it dries, the more it gets well cooked.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So is this
So
like
this is
pie dough?
the laddu,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just pressing the almond. I'm keeping the almond on it, and I'll give 2 to 3 more press so that it sets inside and it doesn't fall off. So once the laddus are dried till tomorrow morning.
Do you add anything on top, or is that it pretty much? You don't add any.
It's just this much.
That's
So
it.
this is good.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the 2 laddus that I have made.
Uh-huh.
Do I need to show it once more? Like you'd like to see once more?
Well,
Yeah,
so
sure. One more.
Yeah.
But I'm curious how you're going to use the small pieces, the half pieces of almond.
It's just this half, like
Yeah.
the cut side should be inside and this should be on top.
Oh, I see. So what you put in there was a half.
Yes. So
Gotcha.
with one almond you can decorate 2 laddus. I'm
Yeah.
just pressing it, and once the shape comes, you just have to keep this on the top,
Yeah.
and you'll have to give 2 to 3 presses more on and around the almond so that the laddu gives almond a room to sit in.
Now, this is a cultural thing, I know. I know you're using just one hand in making the laddu. Back home, when
Yes.
we make meatballs or something, we generally just make it into but I understand why you use only the right hand for
Actually,
making
in
that.
whole of my cooking, I never use my left hand. I don't know why, but neither for eating or in the kitchen while cooking, I never use left hand.
Yeah.
So,
so
and
Surekha,
this is more easier for me because if I use more pressure, you'll have to make sure that the pressure is not too much. The pressure should be because if the pressure is more, the semolina will break and it will just fall off.
Uh-huh.
So the pressure should be appropriate. You people make meatballs, so you would know
Yeah.
that the pressure should be not more or less. So
Uh-huh.
just the same thing in this. Because this is more granule one, you'll have to make sure that this doesn't break. And
Try
till the
on
time
here.
it's well dried, it will be really soft. Even if you touch, you'll have to be very gentle while placing it as well, while keeping it down on the plate as well. Because even if you keep it, even if you roll it in form of laddu, so this is the size, this is the lemon size that I have addressed. So this size is what I say. I'm keeping it very gently and I'm not keeping it together, otherwise the laddus will stick.
Oh, I
So
see.
wow, I could see Farishte bringing a kitty.
Yes, I wanted to
You
show you
just
our
bring
new
it
kitty,
home.
Phoebe.
Wow.
Let's
What's
see.
her name?
Phoebe.
Oh, beautiful.
Phoebe.
Phoebe. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So beautiful color.
Thank you. Yeah, she's gorgeous and very, very sweet. Very sweet.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
What does
and
she have apart from milk?
oh
Apart
my.
from milk and fish.
Yeah, we give her dry food and wet fish canned food. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Wow. Because these cats are the cats which I have at my residence, these are so habitual of being like humans because they were born with us. They were born just on my lap, I should say, because their mother, she started delivering the
oh,
kids on my lap,
Oh.
and
wow.
they were just sleeping in the drawers of my couch. So, they are so used to that they really sleep on one side and then they change on other side, and they are, it's like they believe us so much. They just forget everything, their praise, their enemy flies and enemy animals, and they sleep as there's no other world than just sleeping the dream world.
They're like children to us, definitely, for
Really,
sure.
really.
Are
And
you?
they can really speak to us.
I know.
Are they vegetarian kitties? Are you vegetarian or?
No, no. They have everything what we have. They have chapatis, they have
Yeah.
bhakri, and then they also have puri, all the sweet dishes,
They eat
and
everything.
cakes,
Wow.
everything.
Everything that you eat.
Yeah.
But
Everything that.
I wondered if are you a vegetarian family?
No.
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 Okay. So you have
We are
sometimes this
purely non-vegetarian, I can say that.
We even had we even had a dish of red curry chicken one time. So you
Oh,
can look that up on the YouTube.
okay. Oh, that
Hmm.
sounds delicious. Surekha, I'm
Yeah.
still
So
back at the
yeah.
laddu. These are not baked. Is this final? How do you
Yes,
bake?
this is final. This is
Okay.
final,
Oh.
and I'll just keep it under ceiling fan to dry. So
Ah,
maybe in half an hour or 1 hour, this will be set, and you can
interesting.
have it.
Wow.
Michelle, did you have another question?
Yeah, Michelle, I could see your hands raised.
No, I'm sorry. I
That's
didn't.
okay.
It's okay.
I left. You didn't lower my hand for me. It's your
Oh, yeah, no, I think you can raise or lower your own hand or mute and unmute yourself.
fault.
No problem. Some of the RT hosts are spoiling our audiences doing it. Can you unmute
So
me?
you could see now that I have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Okay.
7. There is one more 8. The 8th laddu will also be made uh, with only 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk.
Hmm.
So this is the plus point. The milk, this much milk is enough for you know even 750 grams of semolina for making. So I would make around 40 laddus with half a kg of semolina.
And the reason you do it in small batches is why?
Because if I'm tired or if you want to save this mixture, later the added milk will spoil it. And
Uh-huh.
there we might find fungus formed. But
Yeah.
definitely we'll save in refrigerator. But still, if the milk is added, either it will harden the mixture or there we can find fungus or bacterial layers.
All right. So these ladus, if they are not eaten right away, do you refrigerate them?
No, no. These laddus are ready to be eaten for you know um, two, 1 week till 1 week. But we are so fond of it, we finish off in 3 to 4 days.
I
I can
remember.
guarantee, they just ran away, but two of my little kids were here standing to have laddus right away. There was Prashant and Poonam. They were like, give us. They were just standing here, and I just actioned them that go away. I'll give you later.
Very sweet. Yeah, I remember, especially during Amar Tithi, there would be so many of these people would bring in big trays at Samadhi, at the Samadhi. And I would get too many, so I would take it to my room and then forget it. And then, as you said, after a few days, you don't want to eat them.
Yeah, these are very good. Like if you go in market, you will have it with an expiry of 3 to 4 days, just the same as we have it for bread, the wheat breads or the white breads. But as these are home cooked things, we can keep it to 3 to 4 days or even a week, just in an airtight container.
Thank God for no preservatives.
Yes, there are no preservatives. I have even not added any color, no soda, no baking powder. Yes, so one batch is ready. So in just 2 to 3, tablespoons of milk, I have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 laddus. There is still one more laddu pending. So yes, these are ready to eat. And you can see the first one has started to harden. If I do like this, it's not falling off. So it has started to harden. And whereas the last one, it can just shed off any time if I do it once more. So yes. Ta-da!
Wonderful. Very beautiful. Very festive.
Yes, very, very festive. So
Sweet.
if we don't have the smell of cardamom in the house, that means it's not festival.
Yeah.
And if we have I was grinding the cardamom with sugar, the whole house was just so aromatic, and it felt like, yes, it's a festive season.
Wonderful. Brings back memories of both in being in India and both my childhood, because my mom used to make halwa for New Year,
Oh.
Persian New Year. So
Mhm,
very
mhm.
similar, but a little different. More cardamom, rose water, things like that was in
Yes,
the halwa.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. You can add rose water to this as well, but
Mhm.
I haven't added any time in any of my food apart from dum biryani. It's called Keuda water here in
Mhm.
Hindi,
Mhm.
and so I was even in a dilemma whether to make suji halwa or to make laddus. So suji halwa is something that at least 10 times in a month we make it, and this is something that the laddus are something we make it just on festive.
Yeah.
So I thought that because I should give this credit to Noori uncle. He in the last meet he said that because this is the Diwali week, the festival week, and you should make something not spicy. You should make something sweet. So I thought of making, and I guess this is the very first sweet dish that we are making on our show.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
said, yeah, yes.
Yeah.
So just Diwali special.
It was wonderful. Happy belated Diwali. Today is not Diwali, no? It's a
Thank you,
couple.
thank you, thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Happy Diwali to you
Today
and
is
your
not
family.
Diwali. It was
Yeah.
on 14th November.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Happy Diwali to everyone there.
Thank you.
Everyone. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Jai Meher Baba.
Thank you
Enjoy
so
with
much.
your
Jai
family.
Meher Baba. Avatar
Avatar
Meher
Meher
Baba
Baba ki
ki
jai.
Jai.
Thank you, dear. Jai Baba.
Thank you.
Jai
Jai
Baba,
Baba.
thank you. Thank you, Fairche
Thank
Sarita.
you. Thank you. Jai Baba.
Jai
Jai Baba.
Baba.
Jai Baba.
Bye.